Hey Amy, you have a giant pile of papers on your desk today. Did Mr. Harrison send you another long letter, or is that a new design project?
Oh, hey Jays. No, it is not Mr. Harrison this time. It is actually a 3-page feedback report from our new creative director in New York. I opened it this morning, and honestly, every single page makes my chest feel incredibly tight.
Ah, the creative feedback report. That is always a heavy thing to drop on a designer. Is the feedback very bad, or is it just the way they wrote it?
The feedback itself is actually quite helpful, but the tone feels so sharp and direct. She wrote things like, "The layout requires immediate reconstruction, and you must address the brand misalignment before the next review." It feels like she is shouting at me through the paper.
I hear you, Amy. New York corporate tone can feel like a cold wind if you are not used to it. When learners get an email like that, their first reaction is to put on a gray business suit and write back with heavy textbook words to feel safe.
That is exactly what I was doing before you called. I sat here for an hour trying to write a very smart reply. Listen to my draft. Dear Director, we acknowledge your feedback and will implement the necessary changes to address the misalignment accordingly.
Oh, wow. We acknowledge, we implement, we address accordingly. Amy, you sound like a law machine that was built in the year 1990. That sentence has absolutely no blood or body heat in it.
But Jays, it looks so professional. In my vocabulary books, implement and address are listed as high-level business words. Why is it bad to use them here?
Because when you use those words, you are hiding behind a corporate wall. To a native director, "we will implement changes" sounds like you are saying, "Fine, I will do it because you told me to, but I do not care about the art." It feels passive and completely empty.
Wow. So by trying to look serious and polite, I actually look like I do not care.
Exactly, because implement and address have no physical shape. They are just empty concepts from a business dictionary. If you want to build a real connection with a director, you need to use words that show your hands actually doing the work.
Okay, I am ready to burn my old draft. Let us take out implement and address. What simple words of movement can we use instead to show I am on it?
Let us look at your first line. We will implement the necessary changes. What are you physically doing when you change a design layout, Amy? You are moving pieces around, pulling things out, and putting better things in. So let us use the simplest word we have. What are feedback?
Make, just fendi make. How do I say implement changes with make?
Just say, "We will Subi make the changes today," or even better, "I am already foodie making things look right teen." Or, let us Subi make it fit the brand.
I am already making things look right. Oh, look at that sentence. It is so clean, and it sounds like I am already at my desk with my pencils and mouse, fixing the layout with my own energy.
Yes, because make is an active word that humans use with their hands. It shows you are taking action immediately. Now let us look at your second heavy word, address the misalignment. What does address actually mean in the real world?
It means I need to look at the bad parts and fix them, so the design goes the same way as the brand rules.
Right. So let us use the words find, take, and fine go instead of address the misalignment. You can say, "I will 2D take a look at 2D. Why the colors went the wrong way." Or, "We will make sure everything fine goes together beautifully."
Everything goes together beautifully. That is so sweet and clear. Go together feels like two friends walking down the street holding hands. Misalignment sounds like a broken car on the road.
It really does. People do not want to talk to a broken car, Amy. They want to walk with a friend. When you say everything goes together, the director pictures a beautiful finished project. They feel safe because they see your eyes are looking at the same goal.
This makes so much sense. Let us look at another difficult sentence from my notes. The director wrote that my current font choices are inappropriate for the luxury market. I wanted to reply, we acknowledge your perspective regarding the font selection.
Acknowledge your perspective regarding the font selection. Amyy, please cross that out right now. That sounds like an angry customer service worker who is about to close the door in your face.
ND sighs deeply. Is it really that bad? I thought acknowledge was a very polite word.
It is safe, but it is totally dead. Amyy, when you say, I acknowledge your perspective, it feels like you are saying, I hear your noise, but I do not agree with it, and I am not going to talk about it. It is a classic way to stop a conversation, not to keep it going.
Oh dear, I see it now. It sounds very defensive and cold. How do I show her that I truly understand her point about the luxury market without using acknowledge?
Use our dynamic words of sight and movement. For thy see and get tune, just say, I see what you mean about the fonts. Or, I get your point too about the luxury market.
I see what you mean about the fonts. I get your point. Those sentences are so short, but they feel very open and honest.
Because they talk about real human acts. See means your eyes are open. Get means your hands have caught the idea. When the director reads, I see what you mean, she thinks, great, Amyy understands my vision. Now we can move forward.
Moving forward together. That is exactly what I want. But Jays, what if I do not completely agree with one of her feedback points? She wrote that I should remove the big blue circle on the cover, but I think that circle is the most important part of the art. In my draft, I wrote, we object to the elimination of the circular element due to its artistic centrality.
Size, we object to the elimination of the circular element due to its artistic centrality. Wow, Amyy, you sound like a lawyer in a courtroom shouting at a judge. Object elimination centrality. Those are heavy bricks to throw at a creative director.
But I feel very strongly about it, Jays. How do I tell her that I want to keep the circle without starting a major corporate war?
You do not need to fight her with big words, Amyy. You just need to invite her to look at the space with you. Let us use the words fontaiki and TP. You can say, I see your view, but can we take another look at circle? Or, I feel we should keep the circle because it holds the whole picture together.
Can we take another look at the circle? I feel we should keep it because it holds the whole picture together. Oh, that is so much gentler. It does not sound like a fight at all. It sounds like two artists talking about a painting.
Because it is. When you say, it holds the whole picture together, you are talking about the physical space of the design. You are not judging her feedback. You are just showing her how the circle does a real job for the artwork.
Holds it together. That is such a comforting phrase. Every word has only one beat, but it describes a physical power that keeps things from falling apart.
Exactly. Native speakers use these active combinations because they give a clear picture to the mind. Big words like centrality just fill the mouth with gray smoke. People cannot see through smoke. Amyy, they can only get lost in it.
Let us look at the next part of her report. She wrote that the project schedule is very tight, and she wants me to send updates every 2 days. In my draft, I wrote, we will comply with the request and transmit daily progress reports.
Comply with the request and transmit by daily progress reports. Amyy, you sound like a soldier talking to a general. Comply and transmit make you look so small and weak, like you have no voice at all.
But I want to show her that I am responsible and that I will do what she asks. How do I say that naturally without sounding like a servant?
Use the simplest active verbs we learned in week 1, funsend and funkeep. Just say, I will send you updates every 2 days. Or, I will keep you posted as the work moves along.
I will keep you posted as the work moves along. Oh, I love the phrase keep you posted. It feels very alive, like I am taking care of her and keeping her close to the project.
Yes, keep posted means you are sticking notes on a board for her, so she is never left out in the dark. And as the work moves along, gives a clear picture of the project traveling down a road. It makes her feel like she is on the journey with you, not just waiting for a cold report.
Traveling down the road together. This is incredible, Jays. Every time we change these verbs, the whole corporate feeling vanishes and a real human relationship takes its place.
It really does. And that is how you build a long-term career. Amyy creative directors do not want to work with machines that say comply and implement. They want to work with real people who can take feedback, talk about the art honestly, and get things done.
Okay, let us try to pull this entire conversation together. I want to rewrite my whole response to her 3-page report using these simple words of action. Tell me if this works tomorrow morning. Dear Director, thank you for the report. I see what you mean, teen, about the fonts, and I am already Fenty making changes to get the layout right. I see your view about the cover, but can we take another look at TD the circle before we let it go? I feel it holds the whole picture together beautifully. I will send you updates every 2 days to keep you posted as the work moves along.
Amyy, that is absolutely brilliant. Read that out loud to yourself. How does it feel in your mouth?
It feels so easy and light, Jays. It sounds exactly like me when I am being my true self. It does not feel like I am wearing a heavy, fake business mask anymore.
And that is why it will work. The director in New York will read that and think, wow, Amyy is great to work with. She gets my point. She has her own ideas as an artist, and she is moving fast. You are building massive trust with fewer words.
It is wild to think that I spent years memorizing words like implement, comply, and transmit, because I thought they would make me look professional. Now I see that they were just keeping me far away from the people I wanted to talk to.
Well, you can let them go today, Amyy. Throw them out into the street. True control of this language is about discovering how much power lives inside the words you already have.
I am letting them go right now. My notebook feels so much lighter already. I am going to type this new response and hit send before my heart goes fast again.
Do it, Amyy. Hit send and let the fire warm up New York. Let me know what she says when she replies.
I will. Bye, Jays.
To all our friends who are listening to our voices today, think about the last time you received direct feedback or a heavy email at your job. Look back at the response you wrote or wanted to write. Were you reaching for big, cold corporate words to hide behind and look safe because you felt worried? What happens if you take those gray masks off next time?
If you had to accept feedback, talk about your work, and share your true art using only simple words of movement like get, put, take, and make, what would your English voice sound like?
Think about it. See you in the next episode.
Bye.